It's right where, of course, the same boys are going now as Omicron.
It's quite hard to dive too much into this. I do want to touch on what Froz mentioned on the desk. It is Sanhok, and generally speaking, you can find a good foothold on the map. Yes, no matter where you go, you're always going to be close to another roster, but generally speaking, where this playing path inside the circle, and essentially, they're right behind YMCA's territory.
I mean, it's just the safest plan at the moment. IG going to be punished. That's over by the northeast. That's a northern bridge. That's the approach. I think Pixel was slightly further ahead than the others, and Tornado Energy have capitalized on. Well, you get so much better vision, and they've definitely made contact on one. The call's been made, and there comes the shots. K-Mine readies the gun. You can see Jeems delivering bullet after bullet. Azrin is still alive, and he does have a rock to work with. This Nate could do well. There's no big replies yet from WS15. Oh, wait, is there a fourth player? Where? Ah, there we go. So now look up the hill. That could be massive. We need to see that final player for WS15 who's about to get contact with K-Mine. I'm pretty sure that's behind them. They might get the nade to work. And there's Azrin finding Jeems. Overextension from Jeems is punished. Now, DP from the back. This could be the downfall of Liquid. They did not expect the individual man. That's the knife in the back from the shadows.
No.
Oh, he's got it. He's done him. He's got down Ibby as well.
This is the same scenario before, Lauren. There has to be something said about this team's communication. Previously, it was Maxi who was put on the off. May just be able to get dragged up onto his feet. Unless Maxi comes back with a vengeance.
I'd put Maxi winning it. It's still Maxi. I can't get past that. This guy's still peaking like an absolute champ. In a 1v1, it's hard to not pick him, and you can see why. He turns it around, but by this point, Liquid's chances of being ferocious have been cut to almost nothing. And you're going to see another team coming over,
dead.
And there it is, flushed out. And I almost don't blame them for not expecting DP, but you almost have to keep a Ruins. It's going to be very close by. And it's going to be getting some shots down. That's a banger. That's I don't know if you'd be banking on that every day of the week, but he hits a cracking shot towards Ival. Trade comes back in, and actually for Omicron Esports, a bit of a shame. You'd argue this is their kind of, I guess, crowning piece in their puzzle normally, but we don't get to see it. This is not the circle that they play for, but Vasco with an angle, going to deliver some bullets. Does connect, but it looks like they're down to such an awkward predicament, and this hasn't even played in the fact that 7 are now...
Abic's only at half health, instantly just gets two-tapped. Bites the bullet, job done. They know this is treacherous, but they're still committing to the cause, Lauren.
Yeah, and the shots are still looking pretty crisp. Nail up, I thought was going to land those, but they've just about made it into the trees. I've lied to you. Heal device is gone, and Phantom there to mop up a couple more. I don't know if they're going to get the flush on Sadovnik. It's Sunzy to get that one, so it's a bit of a free-for-all. That south side, just as you cross over, even on the other side, has maybe 3-4 teams if you want to look at maybe the Finns slightly further up the road to lock down anyone. The hillside is about to be pressured by 2 teams here. Tornado Energy, I don't know if the Diamond Dogs are going to go for it, but they might do. We are seeing Welcome South George losing out on Miraku here. Bit of a shame to see that happening.
Tezrin just waiting for someone to overstep the boundaries and go for an insta-flush. You might as well scrape back a point. He needs to be careful that he's not seen. He can't move now. He can't even look left or right because something like that, unless you tap it, you will be heard. Your body will make a noise, you spin around, and that's where he's been ever so cautious. Catches one in the back, that should be an insta-flush, so at least pulls a point back for now. You're not going to stop on that one. You will trade off instantly. Yes. Fights down low, inside. Currently not inside the buildings. The opposing team will start the bombardment. Nade comes in, player comes out. Who gets this one?
Dizrin's making him work for it. Gotta work for your dinner. Makes a run for it. He's still making noise, just hoping, why is no one third-partying these guys? Someone, please!
Dead. And
he actually gets picked up by Naileup in the end. Circle moving towards the hillside, not too surprising. It still has a great deal of Camp Alpha towards it, though. Tornado Energy are at the foot of the hill. They
Swivel. Leans left and right. Evil, maybe you want to call him. He's dead for now. Vasco, 2 different angles. Has to be careful that he doesn't focus too much. Opts to try and just... That's not really you can do. He's dead regardless. T-Bone says, well, I'm sorry, mate. They've dug their own grave.
Yeah, I think we just need to see how this plays out in the south. Maybe Exalt getting a little too comfortable here. Seeing if they do get in these kills. None have actually come through yet. You still have the 2 in the blue, which I don't know if they're going to make it out. So you're probably going to die to the blue. So finding the timing and the balance on this, very tricky.
Speaks a bigger volume for how TSM have been playing this one. 2-1-1 split. It's dangerous. Ooh. Ubika at the back of the vehicle. Phantom continue, and the bullets keep on flying. Switching seats, trying to stay alive. You've got to pull up and get out of here. And Blaze, well, that's exactly what the vehicle's doing. They're dead. That's 3 points in the, 4 points in the bag. 3 in there, 1 on the floor. Jempty now onto Sunzi. So TSM finally, first contact will be found.
Oh, lovely Jempty. That's a second.
Is he going to go in?
Look at the crawl from Noki, trying to get there without being, I guess, without being seen, trying to occlude the vision, but I think he's got to just accept that's done. There's no recovery now, and it's just play the mountain goat game. Just sit there as best you can and hope no one spots you. The southern side has not resolved, and actually Exalt might be in danger. ETG, yes, they're in the blue, but somehow they found a deer, and Shiv could be the next to fall if he's not careful. They are now feeling the weight of what the blue can do damage-wise, but Exalt, this was the issue. This was the thing we were worried about, that by the time they made the move, they'd kind of lost the advantage they once had, and Etiquette somehow have turned around a very dire scenario into maybe getting them a little further ahead of the guys in front of them.
That's only a 2 versus 4 there, so Lyron sees this. That's Exalt being punished hard. Slow play, we said, outside of the blue, walking out. This is what's going to happen. This is the knock-on effect of overstaying your welcome and trying to play for late-game points. This has cost them dearly in this one. They'll make it into the top 10, but not too many frags as well to boot. Feed of them go down, none of them are going to be saved. And as we see in the kill feed, this is what you need to be able to do. You need to be able to hold your own. By doing this, they lock TSM's position down. They give them plenty of room to work with when this circle updates. This is fantastic. It could be costly and it's dangerous. Michael or Brexico go down, they're dead. TSM loses it. Now this circle's hit. Now they've took control.
But you can't stop doing it. That's the thing. If you stop holding it, you lose all information, and suddenly it's as weak as any other position. You give up that advantage. I'm really glad we're seeing it now. We are seeing Unity suffering. It may not pay off perfectly, but they've shifted the weight north. 3 of the TSM players sit up there, and Michael now looks towards the south. They need to keep working on that, and it looks like they're going to get vision down the hill towards YMCA. They're going to catch them trying to fold in towards Unity to continue those flushes. As Unity is eliminated, now the next threat becomes TSM. Can anyone make it up this hill? Blaze stepping past Tornado Energy. They are right next to each other in these rocks. Compot's there, but now because Blaze was in the open, they're the ones getting spread out by TSM.
The reason they've moved to this position is because the Blues bottlenecking these teams' approach. There's only really one way you can go. You have all these wide, huge, wide open areas. Compot, sit down, takes a bullet from Fex. Always nice to see a sniper rifle in play. On such a small map, generally speaking, we don't see it at least tend to, because the DMRs are so strong. Brexico gets a few bullets.
Oh, the disposable man. If he takes it on with him, that's huge, and it looks like he might do. Laz is in danger. That's a nade waiting to happen. Lipson's down the hill, though. The nade comes back in, trying to temper the situation, and the nade does get it done. Jempty's support comes through the perfect timing, and Blaze are being extinguished. Now, if you're another team, you should be working up. The dogs are late to this. This gives more time for TSM to extend their lead. This is the balancing act we were talking about. This is them weighing the scales perfectly. There's still danger, though. They shifted 4 of their players north now, so they have 0 information on the south.
But look at how much of the map they're controlling. Fex finally found. Sakura sits him down. That's problematic because now there's a big avenue. Now there's a kink in the armor. They've been controlling this circle with perfection. Now they have...
No, he's seen him. Oh, no. Oh, no. You've been discovered. Tom Hill's going to put him down, and now let's look at what's remaining. We have 6 teams, 15 players, so a lot of players still here. The south side is now going to get deadly. We have the Diamond Dogs up against Tornado Energy. Tornado Energy swept kind of north to southeast sort of situation. TSM still up above. They've only got red dots because they had to loot quickly because they wanted the positioning over the loot. Remember that. Melman goes down, that's from above. That's Jempty. But now the return fire comes in from Simsy. The hip fire. He's just laying it down with the AK.
Spin! Oh, he wanted it. He just saw him at the last minute, but all of a sudden he comes around the corner, hits the deck 4 times on the back of the SKS. It was close. It was so close, and you love to see it when players just turn on a dime like that.
Michael's pushing this as well. This is nice work. So here we go. Cleaned up, we're down to 4. Up in the north, it's still pretty messy, but TSM are trying to recover quickly to deal with the Finns moving their way. Tornado Energy have maintained their players in the south, trying to regather some loot, get themselves back in. Michael's found 1, and this now looks good for them. Did they get the spot? He did get the spot, but the flush comes right back against him. So now TSM are losing our numbers. Shiv's creeping his way in. He's still alive here. He's way off in the west on his own. Sees him first or not.
He has to have seen him, surely.
He's seen 1. Okay, danger time. Gemty and Michael have to know this is happening. So now they've got a bit of an understanding of where the rest of the players are. Sakura's still a danger, but he's been swept aside. So now it's getting back on. Shiv is going to be the biggest threat to Tornado Energy right now, but look who's above. Gemty about to Batman into this.
Hit play, it's a really good read. All the players now have to come to their angle. The response from Compot, though. Shiv dead, 2-on-2 scenario. Tornado Energy, they are so bottlenecked. They might even give this one up.
They can fight it out. Surely you've got the feeling you know who's alive here, but Michael holds the angle. 6 shot from Compot. It's now game back on, but do they know about Gemty? Did they hear the steps? Did he show everything? He's holding the angle. They've got the center point. Tornado Energy have to run against the odds, but they got the smoke down, and now there goes Michael. It's all on Gemty. Oh, and Gemty does it. Cometh the hour, cometh the man. That's what you want to be seeing.
2 versus 1 clutch. One goes to the right, one comes to the left.